It's time for some football. Welcome to Northwest Stadium in Landover. Tonight, no love lost between these NFC East rivals. It's the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And they'll be brought out by the 2025 first rounder out of Ole Miss. Here's Jackson Dart.
One of the things that I know Brian Dable and the Giants loved about Jackson Dart is every step of his career. From high school in Utah to USC to Ole Miss, he just kept getting better and better and better. How about the first QB to lead Ole Miss Rebels to back-to-back 10-win seasons in over 80 years? That's what they're getting their first-round pick.
And start on the ground here. Tracy. Jukes away from one. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. A gain of 26 yards there. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They got 21 yards on the play. And it's good for a New York first down.
And the Giants first down.
Kate, we both know this pace can't continue, but they got to enjoy it as they can. And that football shouldn't go to anybody else until that defense proves they can stop them.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's Tracy once more. Gets it to the 15. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
Okay, way up here in the booth, can you smell it? Can you smell it? That running back is smelling the end zone. He gets him down there to the 2. You know he wants to finish it.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Touchdown, New York. The Giants start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. So that right there, Brock, exactly what you want to start off a contest.
Opening drives are such tone setters. You come out flat as a group, maybe go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, but here they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders nothing.
now, ready to send this away.
New York.
Moore with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Working now from the gun. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
They go play action on first down. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
That's another Washington first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Looking on first down. Screen pass here for Koski Merritt. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
16 yards. That's another Washington.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
From the red zone now. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Commanders finish off their opening drive. Tebow Samuel, the touchdown! All right, partner, one drive in, and we can say this guy's been perfect. 4 passes, no incompletions, and that touchdown to end it.
And you and I both know that incompletion will come eventually. Might not arrive for a while, man. That offense was humming on that opening drive, and they can't wait for their second bite.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Commanders start off well to tie things 7-7. And hold on, everyone. There's a Commanders player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention.
Jake Moody.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. As this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own
The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. That pass is caught by Wandale Robinson. And he's sent down right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. A good pass from the rookie out of Ole Miss, and it gets him a first.
1st and 10.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Here's Tracy on 1st down. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Thank you, Luvu, there for the tackle.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
From the gun, here's Dart. That's him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
It's a nickel look from the Commanders. 3rd down. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's 3rd down.
4th down, we're going to see an incredible nickname, one of my favorites in the game, the Scottish Hammer, Jamie Gillen on the punt. And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the grounds here, Kronsky Merritt. And he strides quickly, headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play, and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Burks coming in motion right. Here's a throw. He's running with it. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
That may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. He's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're up against it here on 4th down.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. It'll be a yard at most there, and it's second down.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Darts looking to throw. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. First and 10 now from the 46. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. And he got a nice little gain on the ground.
One play action with Dart. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the sack forces a now tougher third down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Running back sent in motion left. Third down now. Here's Dart. Pass brought in by Slayton. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Oh, he drops it, cut to the right side. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants take a second quarter lead. A game-breaking play there, stunning the defense and giving this offense one for the highlight reel, baby.
Yep, just put another one on there, Kate. He is a threat to score anytime he touches the ball. The defense, well, they had him ready to go. They were ready to body him up in coverage, but receivers today, and we see it all the time, the best of them, they don't just do it through the air. They can use their legs as a weapon. That's a big-time touchdown run.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7.
Commanders 7.
Gano ready to send this away. Moore with a return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete. to start this drive. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
A 6-yard pickup.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Run it out of the pistol. Krosky Merritt. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
So now here's 3rd and 5. They're going to try and throw it here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. And the Commanders first down. 1st and 10.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Pass play on 1st and 10. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. So that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
The right side is caught by Samuel. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
14 more yards.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10.
I think my
at the
favorite
11-yard
part
line.
was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he's able to get into the 2 before the stop.
Number 17.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
2nd down give to Krosky Merritt. And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead.
Washington.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And the return man is hauled down. The question now, Brock, is will we be headed backwards here? We've got a flag down. Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. Going on 1st down. It starts. Finds the in route complete. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 25-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Quick one to the outside by Dart. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. So 20 yards on that play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Dart out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10 from the 43. The play fake, he'll throw. Taken in by Bellinger. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
It's Tracy on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st and 10 from the 32. It's coming. Here's Dart. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Option play. They're going to give it to Tracy. And all they can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. A draw now. This is Tracy. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Inside of field goal range, but the kicker ain't moving. They're going for this. Dart gonna go for it on 4th. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. They give here to the motion man. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
He was brought down at the 26. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Waste of time.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. 2nd down now, 7 to go. He's dropping back to throw. He keeps it and takes off. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Looking in the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around third down.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
Giants with an extra DB out there now, third down. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still third down.
Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's third and even longer now. Here he goes, third and long. Deep down the right sideline. It's his running back making the catch. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. First and 10, looking to throw. That finds Burks, complete. And he'll go down here at the 16. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Second down, looking for options. Rolling left, buying some time, and his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that first down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a first down for the offense.
Back to pass on first and 10. He's keeping it again. And they take this in for the score. The Commanders take the lead just before halftime.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7.
21. Giants 14. Jake Moody
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Gano ready to send this away. Moore with a return. This makes it up to the 25. Out comes the offense for Washington to begin the third quarter. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First call here coming from the shotgun. Throwing off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Third and long for him here. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
The Commanders ready for the punt. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They go right back to Tracy. Escapes the defender. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
1st and 10 from the 43. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
They'll go play action. Here's Dart. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. They're going to be set up with a first down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
I
can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
New set of downs for him from the 31. On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Trying the right side with Tracy. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Throwing on 3rd, here's Dart. Pass brought in by Slayton. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They gain 11 on that play, and it's good for a New York first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Giants.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Dart from the pistol. Brought in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. From the pocket, and this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. Pass complete to Robinson. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Giants first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Giants start the 2nd half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Giants tie this game at 21. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And this is an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
23 yards. And the Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
And the Giants are on him, and he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
2nd down and 19 yards to go after that sack. They've got a man in motion. Takes the 2nd down snap. Thrown towards running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that separation can create the big play down the field.
1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They're going to run again here with Krosky Merritt. He's drive forward, halted after a couple of yards. Cordell Flott there on the stop.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Slot receivers headed left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
On the gun, run for Koski Merritt. And they're turned away again. Two great defensive stands. We've arrived at third and goal.
3-yard loss on the play. It's third and goal.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's all knotted up at 21, partner. Still plenty of scoring here as we try to decide our winner. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. They kick the running back in motion. And it's incomplete on third and goal. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's decision time on fourth and goal.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
For the field goal, a 29-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Giants offense all set to get started. And all that's needed here from that last series, of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Giants lining things up. First and 10. One play action with darts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up second down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It's going to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
That's going to throw again here on second and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
5 DBs out there for the Commanders on third. Darts out of the shotgun. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Going on first down. It's Dart. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Here's Tracy on first down. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Dart's going to tuck it and run. Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that can tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Here's Robinson up the middle. Middle was crowded, so he found some daylight outside. Look at that. That's a 9-yard gain.
He may not have been the very last line of defense, but with that type of athlete in space, not hard to think the sweep could have turned into a much bigger play if that tackle's not made right there.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. They'll run it with Devin Singletary. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants take a 4th quarter lead. Devin Singletary with the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants take a 4-point lead.
Commanders 24.
Gano ready to send this away. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Commanders ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Yeah, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Looking to throw here. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's caught by McLaurin. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
1st and 10.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. That's low and bounces short of his man.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. He's going to throw it again. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. First and 10 from the 32. Back to throw, here starts. Finds the in route, complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Throw left side, finds Johnson. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he puts some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Here's Tracy once more. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Looking to throw. Pass brought in by Slayton. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
At the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he takes it down to the 33. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
That's another Giants first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Giants first down.
First down now, ball at the 33. A give to Tracy up the middle. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play.
Kick it to 22. Do not kick it to 22.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A handoff to Tracy. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be 3rd down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down. He's back to throw. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
This one of the biggest moments of the game for Graham Gano. From the right hash, 52 yards out. Got all of it, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Gano ready to send this away. Samuel now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. I'll throw it. He's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Giants are all over it. It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack of this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Commanders down by 7. Giants into the nickel, 3rd down. He'll throw it. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
The deficit is 7, so they have to convert here on 4th down. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Here's a design run. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Drawn up for him. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.